Welcome back to Get Financially Fit with Debbie Hancock. Today's episode is Money Blocks Are Stopping You from Having a Profitable Business. So as you know, I like to talk about money mindset and financial strategy. And money blocks are the things that are showing up. They're your mindset showing up to block the flow of money in some way. So that's maybe making more money, saving more money, investing more money, spending more money, whatever it is for you. It's something that's getting in the way of you doing the thing that you don't really want to do, but you think you want to do. So it sounds ridiculous, right? Why would you block yourself from earning more money? Why would you stop yourself from spending money if you love to spend money? That's what the mindset work is on. And it's one of those things that is constantly ongoing. So you up level and then that mindset might present itself again in another way. As you know, I am a qualified accountant. I grew up budgeting, understanding money, discussing it within the family. But I had real blocks around controlling money and holding on to it and it being my security blanket. So spending money for me was actually quite difficult, which I know for a lot of people would be like, how bizarre. But that was the kind of the beliefs that I'd heard as a kid showing up for me, preventing me from wanting to waste money and spend it. So how are your blocks showing up for you? Are you stopping the inflow of money by not having an offer? And if you'd listened to the last podcast, you would have heard that actually I've really struggled with this one, in that I let too many voices in and I couldn't work out how I best wanted to work with people. And so I was blocking money because September was my best revenue month. And then October wasn't, I've got my recurring revenue, but in terms of new income, no. And then November, I was like, right, I'm just going to create an impact because I can't work out what I want to do. And so I just jumped all in on speaking on stage, speaking in masterclasses, speaking on podcasts. I released my podcast and I was just like, until I can work out my own mindset on this, I'm just going all in with all this other stuff and it will come to me. And I just need to give myself time and space and trust that it will come to me. So one of my things is like trusting myself, trusting decisions. And out of it came a masterclass for a gambling charity, which was amazing because I'm being able to speak about money and my experiences with people that have a real different mindset around money and talk them through handling money, but also the mindset behind their money issues. And so it was a really unique experience that by me trusting that just getting out there was going to happen, that did come up. And so are you not putting your offers out there? Maybe you kind of forget you're running a business. Like you just want to help people. What I hear a lot is, I just want to help. I don't want it to be all about money. Totally get that. That's the point of doing things like this. So the podcast, newsletters, your social media stuff, all those stuff that you do for free, that's for the people that you want to help but can't financially afford you. So the rest of that stuff needs to be paid for so that you can afford to do this free stuff. Because if your business no longer exists, you won't be doing the free stuff to help people. So you need to remember you're running a business, so you need to put offers out there. Maybe you don't follow up with people. And I had this recently. As you know, there was something that happened just before Christmas and my mind's been elsewhere. I haven't been able to fully get back into work. And so I cancelled a few potential client calls just because I wasn't in the right mindset. And that doesn't mean that I don't want that to happen and I don't want certain other opportunities to happen. It's just that I wasn't in the right place. So actually, if people follow up with me, that's a great thing. I'm not going to be like, don't follow up with me. So make sure you're following up with people. There might be something else is going on in their life. You just don't know. Do you just give out loads of free meetings? So I saw a post on LinkedIn recently and they said that they offered a free call, and then they offered another free call, and they never meet in person, but the person wanted to meet, so they met for 2 hours in person, and then they sent the proposal, and then the person just ghosted them, and then they're really peeved off because they went outside their own boundaries. They moved outside their own personal boundaries, and you can't really be annoyed at the person for pushing those boundaries because it's for you to hold those boundaries in place. So therefore, the contract never came off, and they just gave a load of free time and a load of free advice. But if you value what you're giving and you value your boundaries and you hold on to them, people won't be able to abuse that. And maybe you are not making it easy for people to pay you. So are you making the systems easier? Is there invoices? Are you using an account system? So for one of my clients, we set up Xero. The invoices go out monthly on a recurring basis. There are payment details on the invoice. It's linked to a payment system. And then chaser emails are really easy to send. I wanted to get my sofa cleaned. I think it was last year. I contacted the company, can I have a new quote? They called me, they're like, oh, we'd like to honour your previous price from 2 years ago. It's just like, what? But inflation has been massive over the last 2 years. Your costs have gone up. I know employment costs have gone up. I didn't ask for a discount. I literally asked for a new quote because I wanted to get my sofa cleaned and I needed something to pay. Don't assume everyone is out for a discount. It's your business. You need to make money. And make it easy for people to pay you. Because if you make it too difficult, people just forget. If I haven't literally got a link, say my son's school, they ask for money for certain things. And when it's like bringing £2 here and bringing £1 there and a £5 here, it's just a pain. So then now they've actually got Apple Pay. Literally click on the link they send, paid, done. Literally, I just do it straight away. As soon as I see it, done, paid. I bet that even though there might be fees associated with that, I bet they're getting so much more money than the previous way because a lot of us don't hold that kind of cash on us now. So how do your clients want to pay you? Make it easy. Make sure you're asking for payment. Make sure you're following up. And finally, make sure you're working on your mindset because mindset's one of those evolving things. And even all the mindset coaches need to work on their mindset. So like I talked about in my previous podcast and in earlier in this one, I've had to work on my mindset around trusting myself and not letting all the hundreds of voices in that you should market this way and you should offer that way and you should do it this way. Well, how do I want to do it? How do I want to work with my clients? How do my clients want to work with me? What do I want to achieve? And stepping away late last year and really thinking about that and what do I enjoy has helped me to come into January. Obviously, I'm not quite on the ball because of my family member passing away, but I am clearer on where I want to go, and I'm giving myself space to grieve as well, which I'm not pushing like previously. So working your mindset is a constant thing. And what do you really need to focus on in your business? So if you want to make 100k years or 200k years or 50k years, what do you need to achieve that? And when I say those numbers, how does it make you feel? Or if it's £1 million year, depends on the size of the business. I work with all different types of business, but I also work with gyms. So obviously their turnover tends to be much larger numbers. And do you really need a new website, or is that distracting you from doing the money earning stuff? What practical things can you do? So as I come into this year, I cleared my office. So I cleared a load of stuff out. I still had some of my tax and even some of my CIMA stuff, which I qualified in 2011. And I'd spent hours and hours and hours writing these revision sheets, etc. I still had them. I'd literally moved them from my various locations and houses to this house just because I'd spent hours on them. Well, that's all redundant. It's in the past. It doesn't matter. I've got my qualification. I passed with flying colours. Done. Achieved what I was meant to achieve. Well done. get rid of it. So I got rid of stack of paperwork. I hadn't been purchasing new clothes because I'd gained some weight, and so I wasn't always feeling like amazing. I was like, what am I doing? Go and purchase some new clothes. So I want to purchase some new clothes that make me feel better about how I feel about myself and like showing up. People can go through like your wallet. Do you need to clear out credit cards that you're not using? Do you need to consolidate stuff? Do you need to throw away all old, like obviously not business receipts, assuming, hopefully you've scanned them into some kind of software and you don't no longer need them. But get rid of stuff that you don't need, stuff that's in the past, stuff that's holding you back. Have you got offers out there that you like, they don't align with who you are anymore, or their prices don't align? Get rid of them. Get rid of them because they're holding you back. What if someone signs up to that offer and then you're like, oh, now I've got to do that offer. Why is the offer still out there? Is it that you're telling yourself no one's going to buy your new offer? And as it's a new year, have you increased your prices? Because there still is inflation in the market. And have you increased your prices? Have you told your clients you're increasing your prices? When are you going to increase your prices? When are you going to change your website? Or you're like, oh, just leave the website as it is for now, and if someone asks, I'll just honour that price. What are you doing to get in your own way this year? What are the blocks that are coming up? And when I speak about money mindset, how does it make you feel? Like, what are the things that are coming up for you? When I say kind of the revenue goals, how does that make you feel? When I say you're going VAT registered, or you're like absolutely smashed through VAT registration, and now your profit is so high you've got to pay 25% corporation tax, how does it make you feel? How does it make you feel if I said you've got to put your prices up by 10%? No, you need to scrap that offer. That doesn't work. So one of my clients, actually, before we sign off, he had an offer, and he had a price. And he had a one-off price and a 4-session price. And I was like, well, what's the point of people booking 4 sessions? Because your 1-session price times 4 is less than your 4-session price. So what are they getting extra? Well, actually, there was a lot more work going into the 1 session. So it made no sense, really, that the 4 sessions, if you divided it by 4, worked out as more money than the 1 session. So we had to rejiggle that and understand the mindset around why he had kept it at the price he'd kept it at. So yeah, what are the money blocks that are causing you to stall in 2025? And who do you need to go and work with to overcome those? Or what decisions do you need to make to overcome those? Why don't you send me a message and let me know. So I hope this episode has been helpful, and I look forward to seeing you in season 2. Bye.